Hey guys, it's Andrea with Sucs For You in Houston, Texas, and I popped into Home Depot the other day looking for some light bulbs and, parked by the garden center. Wasn't gonna get anything, but I saw these monstrosities. These are nursery grown, these are Lithops, and this is an Argyroderma. Argyroderma. I don't know what species that one is. These are so overgrown. Like, they're huge. They're huge. You don't see, if you're growing from seed or buying from like a local nursery, you're not gonna see these just so big. Um, it's it's kind of risky actually to work with these because those outer leaves, those massive outer leaves, have to be absorbed by the new growth inside. And that is a lot of liquid, basically. That's a lot to absorb for, a smaller plant. So what's going to happen with these usually is if you can get them to stay alive through the emergence of the new growth inside, the new growth is not going to be nearly as massive as this. So at this point, what I'm going to do is get them used to a little more light. They didn't even have them out in the main area where the plants are. They had them inside. So for the past few days, I've just been kind of getting them used to more light. There is a flower coming in on the lithops on the right there. The Argyroderma finished flowering. I'm not sure how long ago, but I don't want to fool with that. And you can see there's some new growth emerging from there, but there's actually going to be a whole another plant coming in through there. So that's part of the flower that we see coming out of there. So how do we keep these alive? We have to really respect the fact that they're thick. I don't know what else to say. They're really thick, and we see a little bit of wrinkling right here on that dude. All of that outer, oh, those two, that leaf pair right there has to be absorbed. So we let that dry out. But at the same time, you're wanting to keep the roots alive, just enough to, support the new growth inside the plant. And these over here, there's like no wrinkles on here. So the rule with lithops, these guys are a little bit different in their care needs, but close enough to be showing you in the same video. The outer growth on those lithops, they're not wrinkling at all, which means they really don't need watering. But look how nasty that soil is that they're in. So I'm gonna make sure these are thoroughly dry. They seem to be pretty dry when I bought them. And I'm gonna really carefully try and get rid of a lot of that soil, and replace it with some fast draining soil. Very, very little organic material. So just going to show you. I don't recommend buying these, but I mean, they're really cool to look at, but they're just going to be a lot harder to keep happy because once that new growth inside begins to emerge, it's going to have all this excess moisture basically to deal with from the outer leaves. So tricky. And speaking of that, it's Halloween, trick or treat. And I'm too old to go trick or treating, but I don't know, maybe I could pull something off, go get a little bit of candy, hire my neighbor kid, they, break me off some. I was leaving this on just in case, maybe it got crossed with some other Argyroderma at the nursery that was in flower. There's a chance a seed pod could form. Same with this one. There's a chance a seed pod could form. This one is not going to be pollinated because I don't have any others in flower right now. And one more thing, I don't even know if this flower will actually fully emerge because, again, during like its early stages of formation, it wasn't getting sun. It was in the like houseplant area. So whatever, just for funsies. We're gonna see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Probably put off repotting these for at least another week or so like I usually do. Okay, thanks for watching.